Okay. Wow.
But just to practice that matchup. But he's very, very nice. If you ever see Izuke, just go up and say hi.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. He's one of my favorite people I've met in CBA so far. I'm from Maryland, but Richmond's kind of popping off for me. I gotta say, as small of a crowd it is, I feel like I've made a lot of great friends so far.
Yeah.
Izuke up there for sure. He's a great guy, and he's got great game knowledge. He's always there to help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, the first time I met Izuke before that point, but I've met Blue at a invitational ran by Sock, the TO of the Answer, and it was quite a fun tournament. First time we all saw Blue, and he just completely wrecked butt.
I have yet to meet Blue, but he seems like a chill guy.
Yeah, he makes things work.
That's good.
All right, I am interested in this though. Of course, the nicest people always play like the those characters.
That's you know you're doing well when the worst thing about you as a person is you play Steve.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing pretty good, man. Yeah. If I'm cheering for you and you play Steve, that says something about your character.
You started with debt, but you managed to make it back. It's like a redemption story.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Izuke's always been nice.
Yeah, I can't cheer for him here though. I'm commentating. I got to be neutral.
True.
But I love Blue's play. I think I've seen maybe a video or two. I said I hadn't watched him. That's a lie. I've seen him like once or twice.
I think he's gone to some Xanadu's, right?
Yeah. I've seen him at an Arcadian.
Maybe not.
He was really high at an Arcadian once.
Yeah.
And clearly he's still here in Winners, so he's fantastic.
Yeah.
And probably the best Greninja in the region. Warner's pretty good.
I'd give it to Blue, at least.
I think I would too.
They're all quite good, but it's one of those things where, have you ever been to a frame trap?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some points where it was 5 Greninjas on that top 8.
Oh,
any of them could have won day to day.
5?
Yes, 5 in top 8.
Like who?
Okay. Save had a Greninja, Blue, Warner, Monado Messiah. And there was another Greninja that came in from out of state just because he saw the name of the tournament was Gren Trap.
My gosh. From out of state? There's one more Greninja in the region. I'm trying to remember. I played him like a long time ago, and he's improved a bit since. I don't remember.
Virginia is just one of those places. And MDVA just in general. We collect the weirdos. It's like...
I have automatic Greninjas.
Automatic Greninjas, Wii Fits, Ridleys.
Yeah?
It's like, you've got to... I don't know. I hate, like, watching my friends travel and then, like, turning on stream and they're, like, fighting a normal character. They're like, how do I fight Cloud? And I'm like...
I will say, it feels like since coming to Richmond, it's been a lot more normal characters than MD.
Yeah.
Maryland feels like it has weird characters that I don't normally play.
I know I went to Sova once, and of the 6 people I fought that day, 5 of them were playing Steve. They've got a bit of a...
Yeah. They got that Bobo Bob guy.
That guy, yeah. That guy's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Either way, though, this Steve is putting up his own ticket to see how good he is. And I know Blue, I don't know if he just came from playing Nyx, but that is a good Steve warm-up there. Probably the third best Steve in the venue, which is saying something.
Third?
Nyx?
Oh, Rap or Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, that's not too bad for 50 people.
It's fine.
It's just the fact that they're all in, like, top 16. But either way, though, Izuke looking low on materials, giving him the run back on the fair or the Nair 1 4 there 4 times in a row.
Yeah, I bet Blue probably has a ton of Steve experience at this point, being in CBA, right? It's like you've got to play Izuke, you got to play Nyx. I don't know if he's played Rap.
Yeah.
Maybe play Bulbul Bob, but
I imagine
it's one of those. Wow,
there it is.
Great reaction.
Yeah. That was snappy.
Yeah, he got that really quick.
That backer is frame 5 and he reacted to the first hit.
Steve, as good of a character he is, it's one of those things where it's great to have good ones in the region in a sixth sense, because it's like, okay, well, at least I can learn the matchup.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure it can be annoying and frustrating, but being able to have that and then carry it around when you go travel, it's like, okay, I'm not going to have a problem here. I actually know this matchup. But I'm sure a lot of Steve players, when they go to majors and stuff, they run into people who they, just assume, like, okay, you probably don't know this mix-up, that mix-up, how to play around all my blocks and mining. But no, you do know, because you've been playing Izuke and Nyx for a long time.
Yeah, these two I've played quite a bit. You can tell their game is going to be most likely game 5, I'm guessing. I might pull up the set to see if they've gone game 5 past quite a bit, but either way, we're starting off with a very even game. I think part of the problem here is, I don't know if it's, like, the only tool to pressure a neutral that Greninja has is that forward air, and then sometimes nair. But it's like, if you want to break wall, you have to forward air. If you want to call out a minecart, you've got to forward air, and you better be right. I think that down tilt up smash, something went up last time. There is quite a bit Greninja can do to keep Steve in the air, especially when he's out of iron like he is right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to load up the player data if I can, but reception is not great.
Yeah. See if we can. Oh, there's the planking. I always want to see. I want to see how the meta will progress around planking without actually being a part of it. I want to look through like a spyglass to see if there actually is any counterplay if we just got to ban them.
I think it should be banned. I think Mega Man, that might be one of the only few characters in the game that can actually deal with planking. Simply because they have a projectile down air. Who else has a projectile down air? Steve.
Yes, yeah.
So,
thank God Steve can deal with Steve.
Yeah, I am personally commentator bias. I'm pro ban planking, but it is not banned here, and I think it is also totally okay.
Yeah,
to
100%.
take full advantage of it while it's not.
If a tactic's not banned, use the hell out of it.
Yeah, exactly. It makes me banned.
Yeah, true enough. And we are. I think that might need to be, because right now it's.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Blue favor. There it is. That's it. Down tilt up smash.
Dang, Blue ran away with that last stock there. That was really well played.
We saw really good. I think Izuke had to show Blue that he had to respect his shield, with that down air out of shield.
Yeah.
But after that, I think Blue tends to freestyle on you if you give him the chance.
Yeah, that felt like a big freestyle once you got the down tilt on the platform.
Yeah. I remember leaving open PS2 for the first few times I played Blue. And then I got hit by one too many, like, back air, down tilt, up air, drag down tilt, forward smash. And I'm like, is that just true? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It works on Steve, too.
Whatever he did looked pretty true to me, so.
Yeah.
Greninja's secretly just a really good character. And you don't see him a lot until you come here. So it's a interesting phenomenon. But there are a lot of really good Greninja players out there, like, at a top level.
Yes.
As I'm starting to think of it. Anarchy? There's another.
Anarchy here. Yeah, those are the main two that you see at the high level. There's probably a Japanese one.
I was going to say there's like Japanese.
That's how it always works.
Yeah, there's always a Japanese high-level player every character.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think the
Blue. he out there.
He certainly is. He's putting in the work here. Izuke, a very, very good player, is currently in the lead. But it's one of those things where I think Greninja is in a very good... Oh my gosh, I think he actually saved him. Got the strong hit of down air, but the back...
I looked away for a brief moment.
No, they're all good.
Oh,
still alive.
Well, so far Izuke is playing well.
He goes through? Okay, I didn't know that. That is something that is weird about this game. Like, I feel like a lot of other games, you can look at the hitboxes of your move and be like, okay, I get how this move beats this move. I feel like sometimes Steve blocks just beats other moves, sometimes it doesn't. They just decided randomly.
If anyone's interested, just an update in bracket. So this is the last winner's quarter set.
Yeah.
In losers, Rap is moving on to top 8, beating 3-1 over Unlucky.
Okay. Yeah. Unlucky did a really good job doing it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
He played really well. It was definitely. He has a hero. I was saying this earlier. I was like, oh, Unlucky, great. Mega Man Snake is wonderful. And a hero. I'm like, oh, that's not Snake. What else we got? Vulture Striker's playing Festive, and Nyx is playing Joe. I don't know why Joe's tag is 6-7.
Oh, cool.
He seems like a memer. And then Meow, Habibi, Toa, and myself lost.
Top 16, though.
Yeah.
Well done, well done.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. I think we're seeing a bit of, at least on this match in front of us, a bit of a slower pace here.
Yeah, I can already tell by the time. And I was going to say that's what Izuke needs to do, because Blue is just so good at taking these advantage states to a mile, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what I was going to say. That was poor English, but this combo game is just really good, and you land the right hits. get the early kills.
Yeah. I think as the meta has progressed, we've gone from walls being like an instrumental tool in Steve's kit, which they still are, to now like I think the importance of not having dirt walls and like having iron walls specifically, it weirdly helps out. I've seen some sets where like they're left with only iron.
Oh, don't get grabbed. I've seen this before.
Fast fall. It doesn't get the. I thought he was gonna go for the jab as well. Yes.
Yeah, Izuke did that to me once. I was like, oh, what do I do here? I just got grabbed. And he was about to put me in a blender, and I got out somehow. But I didn't feel like I was just going to get 0 to death or something.
Yeah. Steam down throw does, in fact, do 18%.
What? Are you serious? That's actually so dumb.
Yeah, it does 18. It takes an iron, though.
18? That's not.
Yeah, it's not okay.
That's not necessary, Sakurai. All right.
Well, I mean, it kind of just does, 70. But 76% here on blue. He took that first game pretty convincingly. You're kind of struggling to make up the rounds and getting more percent here on Izuke.
Good forward air.
Yeah, those 2 blocks below the ledge there also there.
Yeah, there it is.
Really well done, though. Izuke finding that checkmate situation. I'm surprised to find out that blue's up B goes through the blocks.
No.
I know Ridley just gives up. 1 dirt block, and yeah, he just gives up. I think Mega Man does as well. I know Sonic
Does what?
gives up when there's a block above his head. He's just like, ah, I'll remember another day.
I forget. I feel like I've been fine recovering under blocks if I'm like angled,
Yeah.
instead of coming in.
Yeah, not like on Callus, but like you got like a PS2 ledge to ride up.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's not fun.
Yeah.
The fortunate thing is Mega Man has a jump after hitting up B, so if I have a high recovery, it's fine. So that's why it's never really a big issue, unless I run out of resources, and then it can be really annoying.
We are seeing PS2 here for this next game. Blue wants a really early kill,
I don't blame him.
but at least for the setting itself, I think Steve doesn't really have many bad stages, but PS2 is definitely very good for him.
Yeah, I think that's right. Being able to get those like down tilt up smash conversions on the platform.
Yeah.
I think a big game plan for Blue right now is just to be really aggressive and try to get those kills as early as possible before Izuke starts building up.
There it is.
Diamond, and it's a 0 to death.
Yep. That was a bit interesting. I don't know what happened there with Izuke, but I saw him just give up some of the neutral wins.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I was like, that's just a weird grab he threw out while Blue is just in midair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just running for these up tilts. I think Izuke just has to. Someone's yelling outside.
So it is.
I think Izuke just has to camp more, straight up.
Yeah.
As cheesy as that is to say. But like being, oh wow, that forward air action is
it does.
serious against block.
That's what I mean. It does very well against the wood. It only requires 1, but it needs something else for the iron. Walk the dog prank. You got him good.
Yeah, Blue makes this matchup look really doable. I'm impressed.
Yeah. That was the drag down. Does not get forced into a Texan situation.
Nice up tilt.
No up smash. I think we have
yeah.
SDI.
Shield again. Gonna get hit. He does not have any gold right now.
Yeah, and
Now he does.
This pressure has been so instrumental because he's only got 1 teals.
Yeah, and there you go. And like I said earlier, it was so good for Blue to get that 0 to death. I mean, obviously, like that's just
There it is.
wow, great conversion.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, Izuke started to build up these resources, and he doesn't have a diamond yet, which is kind of big right now. So
Yeah.
also PS2 is working really well. That was good analyzation.
Yeah, analysis.
Man, I'm like brain dead right now. You know what I mean?
It's all good. You go on comms. Yeah, here PS2, down tilt. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah, if you were any thicker, you'd be dead there. But finding his way out, Enderman is like a skinny little guy. Weirdly heavy for how tiny he is.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Still has the like exact same hitbox as Steve, though, right?
Yeah, true. Same thing. Same thing everywhere.
For some reason, it looks like it's
That's
harder to hit him than it is to hit Steve. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, he has the. I don't even think it's the Alex skin. He just has a really thin off with the hitbox.
Yeah, that's good. That's the reason for backup fighters. You know, I learned somewhat recently that the only real difference between Peach and Daisy is their like idle stances.
Yeah.
Or like moving.
Yeah.
Because Daisy has slightly wider, or the arms are like extended.
Yeah, she's dancing around a little bit more.
Yeah, but I think she's slightly shorter. Someone, I don't know if that's true.
I don't know.
But that's what I've heard. That's the only difference between Peach and Daisy. But that is a difference. There's a difference.
That is a slight difference. There it is. Finds that down tilt. No DI out. That is going to be a kill.
Yeah, really well done by Blue. Did not let Izuke breathe and get those resources very well. And even the parts where Izuke started to build them up, killed pretty quickly with that. It might have been down tilt forward air.
Yeah, down tilt forward air. Yeah, it just does its job. I think that's a really important thing for Blue here in this matchup. He has a lot of pressure that like makes sense so that he can go one layer beyond, so what you're expecting never happens.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of down tilt, jump, expect the grab, find a kill, you know? Like that's a very simple situation, but it's like the next time, Blue's the type of player that will go for the second down tilt, you know, or something like that.
Yep.
And that type of adaptation is what really keeps him in the set.
Yeah, 100%. He's playing this. Yeah, he's playing this really, really well.
Yeah.
FD. Okay.
Yeah, FD makes sense.
I feel like this would be good. Well, I guess you're not gonna get the up smash conversion as easily.
Yeah.
I feel like this would still be pretty good for Greninja though.
Greninja likes FD quite a bit. I'm not sure if he likes it in this matchup, but I know against a lot of other people, FD is a common choice.
Yeah. It just feels like even though he can't get those conversions super well, like they're still very doable, and now you are able to jump approach much easier without getting in your way. Especially with Steve where you have block walls, right?
Yeah, I think the most important thing in this matchup too is if you're on FD, make sure you're getting rid of his iron, because as soon as he's got no iron and he's in the air, he's done. Like that's 50%. You know, he goes to ledge.
Yeah, just gonna go for another forwarder there, but it is gonna connect. And okay, not gonna quite get a punish on it. He does have gold, but down tilt really well placed. I don't know if there's much of a DI that can save you there.
Yeah.
Blue was right on top of that.
Just insanely good recognition, because that is the faux pas, or the monkey's paw with Greninja. You get all this frame data, it's just not, well, not frame data, but you get all of these amazing moves, just not them cut off shield. Yep.
Wow, Nair F smash?
Yeah, it just does damage.
Send him at an odd angle too. I mean, we take those. Nice tech. And Izuke's really got to get something going here. We're gonna see a footstool.
It's so good, bro. I love watching him.
This is saucy.
Literally no materials.
Yeah, Blue, no materials. Blue is just gonna run away with it right now.
Yeah.
Izuke's really got to figure something out. And Steve is a very comeback character. He's gonna lose it. Did he lose an iron on that?
I don't know. I know if he destroys his own minecart, he gets it back.
Okay, that might have been what happened. Is gonna not die on the up smash, and this is just starting to look pretty bad. It is Steve. Steve's got a lot of great comeback tools, but yeah, just gonna get hit by the back air. Blue is just putting on so much great pressure, and with the movement, Izuke's not able to get these waves.
Did you see that?
I did.
He went for a second footstool, but the little wave bounce shuriken into a footstool.
Wow.
Yeah. Blue does what he wants in this matchup.
It really
Oh
feels
my
like
goodness.
What a spot dodge though. Okay, we are gonna get these nils. Are gonna take 50%.
Yeah.
Is it
Your friend Steve.
Blue's taking these advantage though? It just feels like it's a complete freestyle.
Yeah. And I think Izuke, it's like he was losing quite a bit, but in the meantime, he's found the diamond.
Yeah, I think such an important thing in this matchup is Greninja's movement is so good.
Yes.
And because of that, Izuke's not given opportunities to whiff punish. Like, it's just, okay, I'm going to throw aerials in your face, but I'm just going to jump right out of there, and there's nothing you can do. And I think that's what makes this matchup, like, low-key not bad for Greninja. On top of that, able to get these kill conversions like there.
Just finds
And a
it.
2-stock, that felt dominant from Blue.
The parry down tilt forward air, taking 2 or maybe 3 stocks in this set. Just really instrumental. Love to see it. That's adaptation.
Yeah, that was so well played, and we're going to be seeing Blue in winner's semis.
Yeah.
So that is it for winner's quarters.